that'll be brilliant.
There we go. I think you might have to accept it, but no, it seems to, no.
Yeah, I say okay. There we go.
Yeah. Okay, lovely. And then yeah, so let's have a little think about so let's do a little bit as you would without your as if you were going out running. So just split your legs slightly. So the left leg slightly forward and the right leg, but they're both in the feet same direction. That's it. Good. And then we're just going to bring that back knee up. Okay, good. Lovely. That's nice. Good. And now I want you just to keep your weight on the left leg and just give me 8, 7, 6. So you're slightly forward on that leg and it's just coming through. Good. And relax. So now what we're going to do is just stay in that position. So you're forward, but now it's going to be that front left leg coming up. So 8, 7, good. And just watch when you see the video, you'll see when you bring the knee up, think about lifting. So they're both, everything's going backwards.
Okay.
Good. And the difference is if we go like this, then this is going opposite directions, whereas we want to be able to lift up. Good, that's it. Nice. 3, 2, 1. Then let's change it over the other way. So now we've got the weight in the right leg and we're going to bring that left leg through. And it's the same thing that everything's traveling up and back. And the idea, just relax the head though. That's it. So the neck, not too. So yeah, that's it. Good. Once you get used to that, you won't have to try as hard, but it's just at the moment your body wants to get there by going like that, which is sort of
Yeah.
natural. Good. And then what we're going to do is go to the front leg, so that right leg. Good. Lovely. And then if you just face me for the moment, Lisa, and I just want you to bring both hands, pop them at the back of your head and the elbows relaxed. But weirdly, this isn't, I'm not trying to pull your neck forward, I'm just trying to let you bring that chest upright. Good. And then what I want you to do is knee, knee. Good. Lovely. And then hold it here. And we're just going to do 4 with the right knee, thinking chest up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Other side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you feel how that's tougher?
What? Hold, yes, with my neck. Yeah.
Yeah. And also on that side.
Mhm.
So what I want you to do now is just to lean slightly over. That's it. Good. And then 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, relax. So just for the moment, just for reviewing for when you've got that, what we did there, be good for before running. So the split stance, the back knee,
Okay.
yep, and then the front knee. And can you see now, I'm not going quite as far back, but the reason why I'm coaching that at the moment is
Mhm.
just so that we're not doing that. So ultimately, that is okay. It doesn't need to be as too, but if I get you to do that first of all, when you stop doing it, it will be here as
Mhm.
opposed to forward and back. So did that on both sides. And then we did this. And then it was just the opposite knees. And
Mhm.
again, that's just to lift this rib cage up.
Mhm.
And then we just added that sideways one, which is good. So now I'm going to add the arm, this arm just straighten across there. That's it. And give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And now keep that there, but do the other leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And relax. Lovely. Give it a little jog on the spot.
Dog's underneath me.
Okay, and relax that there. And now what I'm going to get you to do is just to give me some little side to side. That's it. And I want you just to push the hips out to the side. Good. Lovely. That's it. Oh. How's your work going?
It's all right. Just driving a lot. I've got to go to Hastings today, which is I'm not looking forward to in the heat.
No.
But
But can you go and stop for a bag of chips on the...
no, let's go for a paddle. And some of the kids I'm saying, let's just go and meet and go for a walk on the beach. That'd be much better.
Can you not do that?
Not too bad. Yesterday in Dover, I met a kid in his garden,
Right.
and it's really cool actually. I've got him joining a boxing gym.
Oh, fantastic.
All sorts of anger issues and everything. And the foster carers were very anti him joining boxing because they were like, oh, he'll fight other people. I said, no, he won't. That's a code of conduct. They're absolutely not allowed to.
Yeah.
And he's absolutely flourished. He was showing me all his skipping moves and dancing about and his footwork, and it was brilliant.
Oh, how old is he?
13,
14,
13.
13. Do you know,
And
I
he's
think
absolutely brilliant. They should do it in school.
they should.
He's suspended pretty much every other week, but this is really making a difference.
That's fantastic. Your sort of stuff is just like, it's almost like you have where people get so bogged down that they can't see the sort of simple solution.
Yeah. And actually, the point of an advocate is what do the children want? And so a
Yeah.
lot of the time they don't really know. But when they start talking to you, you
Yeah.
can see blatantly obvious, well, actually, you don't like normal school. So you need something that's going to engage you. And it won't be an Xbox or your phone.
No. And I mean, that's lots of assumptions here, but that's where people who've got sort of more ADHD and autistic or ADHD, that sort of thing can really struggle, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now I'm just lifting that leg up. I just want that.
Okay.
Good. So now we're kind of like working on other things to work on as opposed to what would be necessarily good for a run, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So the other side might be a little tougher, but we don't need to do as many anyway. Okay, so but just before we do, I'm just going to go back to the left arm up, right hand behind the back of the neck, and then I just want us to give me 4. Good. 3, 2, 1. Change leg. 4, 3. Just take that arm across a little bit more. That's it. Nice. Lovely. And then we're going to go to the other side. So I'm going to just step. That's it. And again. Okay. Yeah, I did have a client that was supposed to come at 9:30, but I half thought she wouldn't. And then
Right.
so I just messaged her saying, are you coming at 9:30? And she said, can we do 2? And I went, are you crazy?
Yeah, that's nuts. It's going to be really hot
Right.
today. It's going to be at like 33 degrees or something ridiculous today.
Yeah. And after it being warm all night last night as well. So I just said to her, you can do Thursday at 10:30, at 9:30 then instead. That's the only other option. But I don't think 2:30 is a good, 2 o'clock's good today. Good. And then we're just going to bring that into a little squat. Lovely. Nice, Lisa. And then what I'd like you to do is just to put your left hand up and squat from there.
They're keeping my neck up.
Just relax, don't worry so much about the neck now. But you'll feel how this stretches everything in your core, makes it a little harder for that squat. Good. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to come down, and then as we come up, we're going to press. That's it. So down and then press. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring it down and then we're just going to change that. So as we come down, the right hand's going to come up. That's it. Good. And now we're going to squat down, but keeping straight as we press the hands up front. So we're going to go. That's it. And again. Lovely. If you feel like this gets too much or is tough on, just let me know, because this is quite hard.
That's all right.
Good. Okay, and then what I want you to do is we're going to squat, but take the hands right over to the right side. So we're going to go. Good. And again. Lovely. One more. Nice. Then we're going to go to the other side. That's it. One more. Good. And then we're going to take that around. Just had this worry that you're going to have a video of me.
Yeah, that's really good. I don't want me. In my pajamas, no way.
It's just because it ends up recording the person who's speaking, and I just suddenly thought, oh no. Oh well, so you'll have my hips. There we go. So apologise for the crotch.
It's helpful. Good for you again.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to come down, but from this position here, I just want us to bring that left arm up and back, up and back. Good. And again. Nice. One more. Good. And bring it back up. Lovely. Then we're going to bring it back down. And this time, what I want us to do is we're just going to take the hand across and across. So we're staying low in that bum, but letting that sort of hip wiggle and find its way a little bit more.
Now, is my backside sticking out or just tucked under?
Yes, stick that bum out. Good. Did you end up going to Pilates or not yet?
And that's next Monday.
Oh,
I'm really uncomfortable because I don't, it's quite expensive as well. I'm like, "Oh, this is not a good plan." But I also wanted to support Orla. It's
yeah.
a difficult one. I might do the first one and then just say, "Do you know what? You're fine on your own."
You know what? It might be worth just saying before you do, go and speak to me because I won't charge her. Like, and just to have because if it is expensive, I know people that she can go to online that maybe aren't as expensive, you know,
Okay.
that might actually, I know, do the right thing. And that
Okay. That's right.
that
That's
that
right.
is the hard thing. Okay, so with that left hand, I want you to come down to the toe, heel.
Am I keeping my legs straight? What am I
Yes,
doing?
so you're going to bend as if into a squat, but you're going to shift your weight into that right butt cheek as you come down. Toe, heel, and then reach it up. Good. And again. I know, I mean, it's like, it's awful that you should think about like this, but it's just constant, like online. I see it all the time. Utter rubbish. I saw a Pilates thing the other day where they had them on the reformer and they were going, these people, you know, their glutes are weak, they need to activate their glutes. And it's like, you're telling someone their glutes are weak. That's not a positive way of getting someone moving. And to say that you've got to activate your glutes implies they're not activated. And
Yeah.
that's not true either, because, you know, what happened to poor Chili was his glutes didn't activate, and that's why he kept pooping. You know, that's what is, if your glutes don't work, that's what happens. Good. So let's give this a go to the other side. All right. So we're going to put the weight into that left hip. We're going to bring the hand down to the floor, toe, back heel. Good. And up. How does that feel?
That's all right.
Good. Because that's a big improvement then.
Yes,
'Cause-
it definitely is. Pain-wise, it's completely different.
yeah.
I still feel uncomfortable driving, but only when it's really long distances.
Right.
So that's good.
And again, that's, you know, like that's what I was saying to you, that in the short distances, the other fibers are all really strong. But after they've been worked for a while, it then comes to the ones that it's trying to sort of like protect.
But yeah. I
And
have this thing, if it doesn't hurt, there must be something I'm doing it wrong. Which is really stupid.
but that is like the whole psychology around movement. That's everything. No pain, no gain. You know, if you go to a massage and it's nice, well, it's not doing anything. And that's
Yeah.
just true. You don't need the hammer on the central nervous system, you know. Okay. But what I want us to do now, having said that, is take the left leg forward, the right leg back. Okay, good. And it's kind of a nice long distance. So you can straighten that back leg, but I want you just to drop in height so that you're just coming, that's it, forward and back on that knee.
This is my back legs straight, my feet parallel.
I've got it slightly bent. So, but the thing that I want that's important is the weight on that right leg. Oh, sorry, left leg now.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see Lola, she's flunked out there.
You look at all
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
so
Okay.
much.
So from here, I just want you to,
Oops, hang on. So bending forward, what am I doing?
so your left arm is coming up and your right hand is leaning down. Good. And what I'm looking for, if I mean, is this. That's what I'm using the hands for, to get the hips from straight to that tilt. Good. Nice. And as you do that as well, bring that left hand back so you get more of a rotation now with it. Good, lovely. So the left hand comes back, right hand comes forward, and you drop and around. Good.
That's quite a stretch. I can feel that in my hip bit.
Yeah, I was going to say there's no way we would have been able to do this 6 weeks ago.
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
Um, so what I want you to do now is I want you to go into that end rain position here. So we've really got on there, good. And that's lovely. And then what I want you to do is, can you lean that right hand underneath? That's it, good. And just stay there. And we just bend the knee and just drop in from here. Okay, good. We got 4, 3, and then with this hand, we're just going to do little wriggles. That's it. Over the top of the head. That's it. But I'm just kind of turning. That's it. Good. And then almost keep the hips, but use the hip to just go sideways there. 4, and now just hold and give me 8,
Hang on.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, bring it out. Good. Sorry.
That hurts.
Okay, so the reason why I did that is just to load it into that end range a little bit. Now we're going to bring it out, so it will come back out of what we've just done. That's just to stretch that all through. And it's just using your body weight to load it as well. So turn the feet out for me, and then we're just going to go back into our squats. So squat down. And does that feel better now we've come off it?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, perfect. That's great then. Now, it's up to you. How do you feel about doing a couple of press ups within the heat?
Dog.
Right?
Let me move the dog.
You don't have to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video now, and then you've got enough so that you don't have to play it for hours and hours.
Thank you.
Okay, so stop that there. That stopped it. Oh no.